Hey guys, welcome back to Project White Fang. I want to start off this video and just kind of answer a few questions, catch people up to speed. But I get a few comments about the project. Somebody wanting to start their own project, and I look at some old posts and a couple of questions on why didn't I just buy a Cobra from the get-go, or hey, I want to do a swap from my V6 to a GT, how expensive it is. Here's the truth. Truth is the guy with the question about why didn't I buy a Cobra, that's the cheapest possible way to go. Of course I should have just bought a Cobra. But I have the time and I have the money that I don't have to do that. This was a project from another project. So at that particular time, I never anticipated to go through 3 engines to get this project on the ground, but be as it may, this is where I'm at. So it's obviously more lengthy and more expensive than I anticipated. Certainly would have been wiser in the beginning just to buy the Cobra. But there's a couple of downsides to a Cobra over a GT that I've later since gained knowledge of that I'm glad I went this route. And I will share with you those in just a minute. But secondly, I want to answer the question. There's people out there wanting to know if they can do this swap, or hey, I want to buy a V6 now and later swap to a GT. The truth is, it's too expensive. And if you don't have the skill set and you don't have the tools, the labor that you're going to pay someone else isn't worth it. If you want my 2 cents, save up enough down payment to get your monthly payment low enough that you can afford. This is not something that I think is financially feasible for most people. This is gut-wrenching expensive sometimes when, like again, you go through an engine or 2 and you're on 3. And the truth of it is, I'm on a stock 97 Cobra motor. It's not going to make any power, maybe 275 to the wheels. So it's not like this is going to be any kind of ball buster that's going to be an amazing car. And the amount of time and money that I've spent doing this project, you're not going to see a lot of it initially. But we've set it up for future gains. So we'll have a full suspension done. We'll have the chassis ready, hopefully. If I can ever find someone to weld in a roll cage, surprisingly, that's been more difficult than I thought. I do have a little garage welder here, but it's not capable of doing the type of welding I need done. So I'm going to have to hold out until I can find a capable enough welder to put my roll cage in for me. I just unfortunately don't have that skill set. So secondly, we'll go back on why I like the GT computer over the 97 computer. The 98 GT computer is similar to a 99 and up Mustang. It has a voltage set up for the fuel pump, so it doesn't rely on a capacity of a 110, 155, or 190 liter per hour. You can increase the voltage to it and it will spin up and pump out more fuel. It is still a return style fuel system. But secondly, the 96, 97, 98 Cobras came with a little smog setup and pumps that I didn't like, that the computer controls that the GT does not have. And we'll go over that with a manifold here and I'll show you the difference. Secondly though, here we go. We'll get you caught up on where I'm at Project White Fang. I had to take the dash out. I'm kind of going 2 steps back to hopefully make a giant leap forward. This was an automatic car and it did not come with a mounting platform for my shifter boot. I had to go to the pick your parts, cut this out with a little cutting wheel, cordless cutting wheel, and then get here, drill out all the little robot welds, pull it apart, and tack weld it into my car. So at least now this is fully functional and I'll spray paint it white. You'll probably never know the difference. Plus it'll be covered with all my stuff. Secondly is I had to change the radiator mounts on the 94, 95 Mustang because for whatever reason the 94, 95 Mustang is a little more narrow. The 96, 97s, which is over here, I ordered a Mishimoto because I like the way they mounted it. It's a floating bracket, so if the car's twisting and whatnot, it won't crack the radiator. It's happened a few times on a buddy of mine with their fluid dying. But the mounting locations on this tab and this tab are further apart. So let me show you what I've done here. I went to the pick your part and I found some radiator tabs out of I think it was a 2003 Ford Taurus, and I cut the other ones out and welded these in at the exact location that I need to get the width for my current radiator, so I can run the 9698 GT or Cobra sealed system. So the engine's back out. I'm going to remove that and run my heater core. I just realized that I definitely want that in, so I'm tired of the foggy windows when you don't have it. So at this particular point, where I'm at is Project White Fang is waiting on a roll cage. The dash is back out. I got a few components fixed so that I can mount the shifter correctly in the right location. That'll be spray painted white. And I'm dealing with, when I did this swap, I did not swap the door harnesses. This plug-in, for whatever reason, when you write this up, it's not running the mirrors, so I need to go through that, and I'm not a great electrical guy, but we'll see if we can't fix that. So at this particular time, it's setting, waiting for my engine to be dropped in. If you'll notice, this is a very simple setup. Again, this is just a stock 97 Cobra motor. A few things though that might pick up more horsepower than 275, maybe 300 running, if you look. A very short belt system. I won't have power steering and I won't have AC. It does have a mono blade, a few porting. This is running IMRC deletes, and it's running the 98 composite ones for a little bit better heat soak, so I won't get heat transfer too much into the manifold. So that's where Project White Fang currently is. It's kind of going 2 steps back, but hopefully I can get a giant leap forward if I can solve this electrical issue. I got my wheels in. I think they look real muscle car-ish. They came on a really good deal. I'm running some Nitto 555s, sorry, some 265 up front, 285 18s in the rear. I think when this thing was setting on all fours a couple of days ago before I rolled it back in the garage, it looked really nice. The stents, definitely 18s, fill out the wheel wells a lot better. But I had to clean up my garage a little bit and make some room. I need to get this full-on package done, but here we are. Keep the comments coming. I'll answer to the best of my ability. I am certainly not the most knowledgeable guy on Mustangs, but I know a little bit, and I'll answer if I can. This is where we're currently at. Thank you so much for all your patience and time with me, and we will certainly get this project back on the road real soon. And until then, thanks for watching.